Hey, what's up? I'm here at RTX in Austin with wonderful Jessica Nigri. How's life? Look at these jazz hands. She's jazzed because she's been drinking Monster all day, and I've been sat here slowly, sort of
Do you want
deflating.
some? It's
No,
a little warm, but I mean,
okay.
are you sure?
I appreciate
Have
the
you ever
warm
experienced
Monster,
a
though.
heart palpitation?
I have.
Of that of a hummingbird?
I mean, of a hummingbird.
You're okay?
How are you finding RTX? Because I feel like I can't go outside as a British person because I'll just melt into the ground like a sad puddle. But
I kind of want to take you out there just so we can look at it and just do it, and then gather you up in bottles and then sell you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, and yes, it's exclusive. We're going to be bottling him. I'm excited.
We're going to be selling it for nothing. It's just going to be thrown into the ocean.
Ooh.
Free. How do you manage being a cosplayer in heat?
In heat. Oh.
Not on heat, in heat. Very different.
Well, when a man loves a woman. No. A cosplayer, like, do you mean like in costume, like in?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I've actually heard, I haven't done this yet, but I really want to try this. With big armor, you can get ice packs. You know, like those icy hot packs? And you can stick them all over the inside of your body. I really wanted to do that because recently we just did Anime Expo, and I did a Crusader Peach, so it was like a Peach hybrid Diablo thing. I really should have done that with like all the icy things, but usually what you can do is you bring a little spray bottle fan, little pss, 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 or you can use some really like wick away dry fabric, which is really good, or you just sweat your balls off.
But don't you worry about like turning up and having like a wet face?
Oh yeah, always have wet face.
Just okay, good.
Yeah, so, but then if you're in like armor, you're like, oh, this is sweat from battle. It actually kind of works. We went to Hawaii and I was all like dewy and glistening, and I was in Italy, and it actually worked really well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you take your boyfriend with you to boyfriend, not fiance, right? Husband?
Do you want to be fiancés? He's not paying attention. Okay.
Sure.
No, yeah, I do. I take him everywhere. He's like my right hand man. He helps with everything. He's super awesome.
Is it hard? And this may be the most cliche question I'm about to ask.
Go for it.
Is it hard having, from his point of view, being such a sex symbol in terms of
Ryan? Do you want to come answer that? Come here.
Come sit. Hang on, we're gonna break convention.
Come here.
Ryan, have a seat.
I'm gonna scooch in.
There you go. This is Ryan. This is Jess's boyfriend, who's been sat behind the camera. Scooch over this way a bit.
Scooch.
There you go. This is like a family chat now. I'm just the degenerate adoptee son. I was asking.
We love you anyway.
Thank you. I was asking, is it difficult, because you follow Jess to all of the conventions, is it difficult when Jess is a sex symbol to kind of deal with the mass kind of, I don't want to say hover hand crowd, but it is that kind of like awkward sexual tension crowd?
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
I know.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just roll my eyes in the back of my head and work out, and I go someplace else. I don't have to.
Okay, so honestly, I think in the beginning, like when I was first starting out, it was very much like that. Like previous boyfriends I had couldn't handle it, but I think as I've gotten older, I've become more of like almost like a mom figure, and I think less and less people are looking at me like, oh, Jessica Nigri, like in person. Like online, people will be totally disgusting, and it's hilarious. Keep it up. But it's really funny.
I look forward to my comment section. R.I.P. my YouTube career. Thank you very much.
In person, everyone's always so incredibly sweet and kind. No one is ever like disgusting or weird. I've never had an incident of anyone trying to like touch me or anything. Surprisingly, like they're too scared when they come up to me.
Because it's that whole thing, isn't it? There's a sign always at conventions I always see, which is like
cosplay's not
respectful.
consent.
Cosplay's not consent.
Yes.
Don't touch cosplayers. But you've never had that.
I've personally never experienced that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh no, I'm not at all saying that. It was one of those things that I just would have thought, being the forefront, it would have happened to you maybe more, because it's like that.
I don't know.
That thing of,
I think maybe
I groped Jessica Nigri, look at me, I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
I don't think they would survive if it happened.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, okay, so we always have this conversation. We talk about waifus and stuff, and I always talk about Sylvanas from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, you know Sylvanas, yeah.
She's on this cusp of not really waifu because she's a babe, but I would never ever make a move because there's too much respect there, and I know she would crush me.
A lot of like the younger guys will come up and they'll call me mom and stuff, and they're like, I love you, mom, your stuff is great, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm okay with that. I'm really happy with the way that everything's transitioning. So we honestly don't get that weird stuff. If you want to be weird, you totally can. We're ready for it.
I'm looking at you like, whether you like it or not, it's happening now.
Here we go.
Buckle up, kids. Get some popcorn.
Yay!
Now, your Patreon, for lack of a better word, has kind of exploded when it kind of came out, and you have a lot of people that follow you, and there's very, very active subreddits, and there's all sorts of fan accounts and stuff.
I love you, second subreddit.
In terms of the the content that you put on there, would it ever be would you ever move into nude photography, or is that literally always going to be off the table?
No, I personally no. I don't know. I just think it's just not for me. I don't really, I've never had a desire to. I know I have nothing against it. I think people who do it, I think it's fantastic. I follow a lot of girls who do it. It's magnificent. I love looking at the female form. But for me personally, no. Just because, I don't know, I feel like I look kind of awkward.
Doesn't everyone though? I feel like, I don't think at any point as a guy I've ever looked in the mirror and gone, yes, it's thing between my leg, it is both sensible, magnificent, and glorious. Like.
Well, I think with the photography too, you almost have to do, like, you have to do the angles and everything like that. And there are some girls that I follow, like Vivka,
right.
She's magnificent at nude photography. Like her poses and everything, and just the way her body like just is so gorgeous. And like I look at that and I'm like, I can't do that. Like there's no way I can get my leg over the back of my head like that.
She'll go out of her way though when she's naked.
What?
She'll come out of the bath and go.
Oh yeah, like I make the nude
it.
experience in our household a very traumatic one.
She ruins it.
Yeah, like it's very much like pull your hair all the way back so the 5 head showing, smear Nutella all over your face, and then like come crawling out of the bathtub like a creature. Yeah, and then it's like mad fucking, but you know.
I have to change what turns me on.
He does. Yes, he's the flavor of the week.
Guess this is
You
happening.
don't have a choice. You're like, well,
I either accept it or it's going to be
This is what he's into.
I
now.
feel like you've got it slightly easier though, because I feel like it's a lot easier for a woman to be naked than a man. I feel like, as a boy, is a ball bag not the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life?
I mean, the male
think they're
body, I
cute.
just feel like anytime I change, I just want to change in my closet.
You want to go?
It's very hairy and saggy. It is.
I think there's a huge stigma too, though, that if you're a woman and you do nude photography, immediately you're a slut. Immediately, no matter what. Like, there's people are always like, "Oh, I found her nudes, don't care," you know. And I think it's very negative. I don't think people should think like that. I think people should express the female form, and I think we should be confident with that, and we should do that stuff. It's not personally for me, and that's not me going like
On a high horse or anything? Yeah, I get it.
You know, like I'm not saying it's bad.
We're super cool about it too. Like,
Yeah.
There are tons of Patreon messages like, "Hey, you ever gonna do nude?" And
we're like, "No, but here's
a
this
list of
person."
people that do. If you're into
That's
that,
actually really sweet.
like
Yeah.
we'll push them towards our friends that do that stuff on Patreon. So
So how much of your life is business as a couple? Like how much
75%?
probably.
75? Yeah. Yeah.
sounds intense.
It's actually, oh man, I would be so lost without Ryan. Ryan is like, he's my little baby angel. He came and helped me with everything. We do Patreon stuff together. We do shoots. He shoots my stuff, and then like our friend Darshall edits them, and then like he's just amazing. He's fantastic. You're amazing. Get out.
get the fuck out of my ear.
Now leave.
Now that your purpose is done. So if you could do anything in terms of any shoot or any con or anything like that, what's kind of like the end goal? How have you kind of achieved your end goal?
I'm actually going through this kind of, I'm getting gripping you because I'm trying to get to like,
I'm so glad my hands not getting just like shit.
I'm getting to a point where I want to do more, and I want to like branch out and do more like crazy things. Like I would love to do more underwater shoots. I want to make like a full mermaid series and do like a whole bunch of stuff like that with my friends. Like I really want to do more collabs. Like me and Meg did a little shoot together, and it was just so fun and so awesome, and like it was just fun being able to share that and do something like that. And like I've been making these pastel outfits. I made 5 pastel outfits in 3 days for my friends to wear at a con, and we all dressed up in these like weird gothic like it was weird. It was cool. I want to do more collabs. I want to do more underwater stuff. I want to do like I would love to do something in like one of those anti-gravity.
Why are you whispering
things.
like it's some sort of-
Because I'm excited.
Don't want anybody.
No, because I'm excited.
I want to go to a church.
What?
I want to bathe in blood on the altar. I'm Catholic. It's okay. I can do it.
This is not the most metalist song I've ever heard.
So brutal.
Obviously, when you're such a public figure, you're always kind of out. People are always going to see you and kind of know who you are. When was the last time you could walk outside without makeup, or are you very chill about it?
When I'm not in makeup, nobody recognizes me because I look like a baby English boy. It's amazing. I look like Oliver Twist without makeup. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I'll
come downstairs in the morning. And
like, who the fuck are you?
fuck's in my kitchen?
Lisa. But I like that though, because like I grew up being teased and being like the nerd in school, and nobody like paid any attention to me or anything. And then I got into some makeup brushes and some running, and then I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. But no, I've always been this quiet little secluded little nerd at home. So when I'm at home, I'm watching anime, I'm playing games, I'm fucking around like that, as Oliver Twist.
As being online, it opens yourself up to everything that's online.
Yes.
Do you get an overspill? Do you feel like some of the vitriol comes towards you? Do you get called like a cuck or like a fuckboy or anything like that?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
What's the most memorable insult either of you have been called?
Oh my gosh. He just like it's just like fake
There's some
cuck
funny
boy
ones.
or cuck nerd boy or
Cuck nerd
Cuck
boy.
nerd
yeah,
boy, yeah.
faux geek lad, just like
They'll throw a
good
twist
interpretations
on
on fake
That's
nerd
a good,
boy.
I'll screenshot them, save them for later. When I'm in a bad mood, that'll cheer me up.
It's so good.
Does it ever get like crushing? I feel like there must come a point before you can be. Unfortunately, before you can be this kind of like sexy, confident woman in a modern society, there has to be a point where you are like really put through the fucking ringer.
Yeah.
And this may be me just kind of, I will never know because I have a penis. But
You can be a sexy woman if you want to be.
I mean, I used
Don't
to
you
wear
dare put
eyeliner.
cans.
I used to wear eyeliner and nail varnish and a trench coat when I was a kid. I looked fucking great with eyeliner, and I'm not gonna lie, I can still
Boys
feel
look
like
so
lots of
good with
guys. I did the
eyeliner.
same
You
thing.
have beautiful blue eyes. I have eyeliner now.
no, because I've got
Come on.
I've got the rest of the.
Wear it.
If John
Be a
Rising
beautiful
is gonna
Look
confident-
professional for the rest of the day.
That is professional.
You can put it
Oh my
on, and then
god.
Meg will come in and be like, Meg, have you got wipes? Just
I have those too.
so, at what point did it kind of in your career did it become this insanely heavy weight?
So I think it was when I first started because I had no idea what cosplay was. I literally went to a con and because I found out about this like amazing new place where all these people liked the same stuff that I did, and I went there dressed as Sexy Pikachu, and as soon as I got home I found all these forums
Yeah.
and they were just tearing me apart, and I feel like my very first experience with any of this, it wasn't positive. Never was it positive, but there was this little pocket of like hope that I had that everyone was like, hey, no, this is great, what you're doing is amazing. And so I held on to that, and like I kept going with that, and but every time, I think it was for a year and a half to 2 years, every time I would post a new outfit or a new photo shoot or a new photo or anything, these forums would just light up and people would just go in on me, and I was like, I don't know why you guys are doing this. I don't know who you guys are. You guys don't know who I am. How can you judge my character based on how I look? Like they were making all these assumptions and all these headcanons, and I think slowly after time I realized like, oh, you are just saying the same things over and over again. Like that's all that is. And I almost like I got more and more okay with the things they were saying because I was like, oh, this is just what everyone says. Like, and like I got really, I guess, tough to it. What's really hard is when I try something new and I put myself out there and then they come in on me again. Then I'm like, fuck, like, oh, it hurts so bad. Like I just did my full armor Princess Peach. Like there was no cleavage, there's no tummy, there's no nothing. And there was a couple comments and there were just one or two, and they were like, oh, I don't really like this as much and blah blah. And it kind of made me go like, ooh, like it reminded me of like the beginning. But then I was like, you know what? That's okay. That's what happens. You just got to keep going. And it's almost like another layer. I feel like I'm just leveling up every time I do something new. Like shit just gets piled on, and I've got like tough dragon scales, and I can handle anything. So it's when people make fun of my friends that I will just like lose my shit.
I like how it's not even you. I don't give
No.
a shit if you make fun of you. It's my don't fuck with my friends.
Oh my god! If anyone says anything about my friends, I'm just like, you freaking, you're about to get doxxed.
Oh my god. That was a
Shit
serious.
got real.
Whoa, that went from 0 to 100.
Reel it in.
Fuck. So I guess my sort of last question is, what happens next for Jessica Nigri in the next 10 years? Where are you going to be? What's going to happen? Are you going to cosplay forever? Are you going to retire? Are you going to go into streaming? Are you going to go into like maybe a creative agency? Would you manage other people?
I would love to manage other people. I was like, we were actually thinking about that because there's so many beautiful, talented, up-and-coming cosplayers that I would love to just like nurture and just be like, you go do the thing. I don't want to do it anymore. Let me just be Oliver Twist behind the computer. Good job. But yeah, like that's what I want to do is eventually just start to manage people, and then I mean streaming sounds really cool too because you can stay at home and you can just actually play games.
Hard life.
Oh, I know,
life.
right? Do you stream?
I do, but this channel doesn't know that I actually stream because I don't stream under my name.
Oh.
And I've got like eight viewers,
hell yes.
which is kind of nice.
9 now.
But it's nice just to be like anonymous. I don't do like.
I'm gonna quietly host you one
So
day
no
when
face
you're
cam or anything?
streaming. Don't. Can you not handle it? Come on.
Like it's just
It's never too late to earn your scales.
Oh god. Well, thank you very much. And on that promise,
It's never too late to receive momentous amounts of hate.
Would you like to be a shitlord on the internet? Welcome to Shitlord Simulator 2017. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the con.
We are.
I think you've got like a booth somewhere.
I think kind of. I don't know. We're kind of just gonna like dance around. Like
We're floaters.
Yeah, we're floaters.
That means something very, very
I know.
incredible.